Hello dear students, welcome back for the session 2 of Democratic Politics chapter 2, What is Democracy, Why Democracy? Let us start this session with question and answers. First question. Here is some information about our countries. Based on this information, how would you classify each of these countries? Right? Democratic, undemocratic, or not sure against each of these. Country A. People who do not accept the country's official religion do not have a right to vote. Answer is undemocratic. Country B. The same party has been winning elections for the last 20 years. Not sure. C. Country C. Ruling party has lost in the last 3 elections. Answer is democratic. Country D. There is no independent election commission. Answer is undemocratic. Question second. Here is some information about our countries. Based on the information, how would you classify each of the countries? Right? Democratic, undemocratic, or not sure against each country? Each of these. First, country P. The parliament cannot pass a law about the army without the consent of the chief of army. Answer: undemocratic. Country Q. The parliament cannot pass a law reducing the powers of the judiciary. Answer is democratic. Country R. The country's leaders cannot sign any treaty with another country without having permission from its neighboring country. Answer is undemocratic. Country S. All the major economic decisions about the country are taken by the officials of the central bank, which the minister cannot change. Undemocratic. Question 4. Each of the statements contain a democratic and undemocratic element. Write out the two separately for each statement. A minister said that some laws have to be passed by the parliament in order to conform to the regulations decided by the World Trade Organization, WTH. Answer is democratic, passing of law by the parliament. Undemocratic, conforming to the regulations decided by the World Trade Organization. B. The Election Commission ordered repolling in a constituency where large scale rigging was reported. Answer is democratic, the order to repoll by the Election Commission. Undemocratic, large scale rigging was reported. C. Women's representation in the parliament has barely reached 10%. This lead women's organization to demand one-third seats for women's. Answer is democratic, demand by women's organization to reserve one-third seats for women. Undemocratic, women's representation in parliament is less than 10%. Which of these is not a valid reason for arguing that there is a lesser possibility of famine in a democratic country? Opposition parties can draw attention to hunger and starvation. B. Free press can report suffering from famine in different parts of the country. C. Government fears its defeat in the next election. D. People are free to believe in and practice any religion. Answer is D. People are free to believe in and practice any religion is not a valid reason because there are lesser chances of famine to take place in a democratic country. This is because practicing of religion is not all related to a famine. Sixth question. There are 40 villages in a district where the government has made no provision for drinking water. These villages met and considered many methods for forcing the government to respond to their needs. Which of these is not a democratic method? filing a case in the courts claiming that water is part of the right of people. B. Boycotting the next elections to give a message to all parties. C. Organizing public meetings against the government's policies. D. Paying money to government officials to get water. Answer is D. Paying money to government officials to get water is an undemocratic method. 7. Write a response to the following arguments against democracy. Army is the most disciplined and corruption free organization in the country. Therefore, the army should rule the country. B. Rule of the majority means the rule of ignorant people. What we need is the rule of the wise, even if they are in a small number. C. If we want religious leader to guide us in the spiritual matters, why not invite them to guide us in the politics as well? The country should be ruled by the religious leaders. The answer is quite big, so it's on the second page. A. Though the army, the most disciplined and corruption free organization in the country, however, it cannot be justified that they should rule the country, primarily because they do not form a democratic government, that is, are not elected by the people. Secondarily, people will not be allowed to voice their opinion, or expressions of all their fundamental rights would be curtailed. Also, there would be no assurance that the army cannot turn into a wrathful direct dictator at any point of their rule, making the life of the people difficult. For example, the people of Chile suffered under the rule of General Augusto Pinochet. B. Such a thing would be against the principle of the universal adult franchise, wherein every person above the age of 18 years in our country, irrespective of religion, caste, sex, social economic background, etc., has the right to vote. Everyone has the right to participate equal in the formation of the government. Therefore, ignoring some sections of society would be unfair. Moreover, wise men need not be necessarily good administrators. C. Those who say that the country should be ruled by religious leaders are making a very risky statement, because in a multi-religious country, bringing religion into politics can cause serious conflict among the people. However, religious leaders can bring trouble to the country due to their mutual conflicts of ideologies. Besides, many even do not have any experience in administration. Thus, it is very necessary for them to run their own religious institutions and need not meddle in political affairs of the country. Question 8. What are the following statements? Are the following statements in keeping with democracy as a value? Why? Father to daughter. I don't want to hear any opinion about your marriage. In our family, children marry where the parents tell them to. B. Teacher to student. Don't disturb my concentration by asking me questions in the classroom. Employee to the officer. Our working hours must be reduced according to the law. Answer is A. The statement made is an undemocratic statement, as the girl is being denied as an opportunity to voice her opinion and choose her partner. As per our constitution, every citizen who is 18 or above has the right to marry according to his or her choice. B. The statement made is undemocratic, as the student is being denied the right to ask questions, clear his doubts. The best the teacher can do is to ask the student to ask his query at the end of the lecture. However, stopping him from doing so is incorrect. C. The statement made in a democratic statement, because here employees are asking for their fundamental rights. Within the norms of the company, the employees are always entitled to ask or request their office for something. Question 9. Consider the following facts about a country and decide if you would call it a democratic. Give reason to support your decisions. A. All citizens of the country have the right to vote. Elections are held regularly. B. The country took a loan from international agencies. One of the conditions for the given loan was that the government would reduce its expenses on education and health. C. People speak more than 7 languages, but education is available only in one language, the language spoken by 52% people of the country. Several organizations have given a call for peaceful demonstrations and nationwide strikes in the country to oppose the policies. The government has arrested these leaders. E. The government owns the radio and television in the country. All the newspapers have to get permission from the government to publish any news about the government's policies and protests. Answer is, the two important features of democracy are regular elections and universal adult franchising. B. Undemocratic because it is undemocratic action to reduce expenses at the cost of the people. C. The national language can be a single language because such a concept will bring about national integrity, but other languages also should be encouraged to cultivate in the respective regions. D. Democracy provides people the right to strike or the right to free speech and demonstrations. A very important part of democracy is the freedom of the press. Therefore, the total control of media shows that there is no freedom of speech and expression and the right to speak against the government. Thus, though the country is democratic in some manners, it is also undemocratic in some ways. 10th question. Write an essay on democracy and poverty using the information given in the report but using examples from India. Answer. Democracy and poverty have been inextricably linked in India ever since her birth. The political independence of our country had been achieved through the mass participation of the rural people in the national movement. However, and unfortunately, since then, this rural poor mass of the Indian population has seen its influence shrink in nation politics. To a decade by decade, India has cultivated its resource and added it to national financial wealth. The rich have grown richer and the poor have grown abysmally poorer. We have the distinction of being the largest democracy in the world, but we are also one of the world's poorest countries, with gaping economic cleavages within our society. The inequality of income is a concern that gets reflected directly in the operation of the democratic processes of our republic. Research has firmly established that the fact that through the majority of Indian voters come from the rural Indian hinterland, their influence on their elected representatives and on the whole on the process of national policy making it shrinking with each passing year. On the other hand, the richer sections of our country, though they do not necessarily vote or have any discriminable concern for their civics responsibilities, exercise leverage on the policy making in the country grossly disproportionate of their actual size in the population. This is where we end question and answer session of civics chapter 2. So write down these question answers in your notebook so that you can refer them during the exams. So this is the end of the chapter. See you in another session with another subject and new chapter. Till then, see you. Bye. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe.